Hello, hello. It is day 107 of 365 days of my raw suspending disbelief journey. It is August 7th, and today I surprised myself. I know that my energy is intense. I know that I have a lot of it. I know that I outstrip most people in the amount of things I get done and the things that I like. I'm just go, go, go. I'm the Energizer Bunny, all of that. But after a day like yesterday, I really would have assumed, I guess, that today would have been slower. Instead, it was faster. It was more. So really blew my mind how much I was able to just really knock out in a really clear and organized and functional way after having expended so much energy the day before. And I also wanted to say I forgot to include this yesterday, but towards the end of the day yesterday, um, the the signs, the synchronicities were so rapid and so powerful and just so confirming of being in the right place and having done the right thing that day and having, everything felt right in the end. At first, I was, like my mind was a little blown by what had happened. I was a little uncomfortable with it. I didn't really understand it fully. And so I leaned into it, right? I asked all the questions. I dug into the thought processes, all of it, and just made sure that I felt really comfortable with what had happened and that I didn't feel there were any reparations to be made or I didn't do anything wrong or, anything along those lines. Just so that I could walk away from it with a clear mind and clear conscience. And anyway, so I did do that. I walked away, right? And was able to, like, yeah, 100%, I feel good about this. Everything that was done in the best interests of all. Everything was powerfully aligned and, clean and clear energy. And that is really key, at least for me. The way that I practice shamanism is to be responsible to the energy like that. I don't mess around with it. And it's one of the reasons that I'm able to be a clear and powerful channel, that I'm able to be, that I'm able to process and what's the word I'm looking for? I guess channel again, but in an energetic sense instead of like messages, but to channel that energy through me and to create the massive outcomes that I do because I maintain my energetic standards, because I have that clean and clear energy about how I'm doing things, what I'm doing with them, all of that. Anyway, by the end of the night, um, I had really gotten myself to a state of just like total acceptance and awe and, mind blown about everything that had happened. And I, my energy, like, just, I got it back to super, super clear again, filled my cup up like crazy, talked to the people that felt amazing to talk to, all of the things. And right towards the end of the night, I curled up in my Nana's old chair. My Nana passed away last August, right before my birthday. And she was probably my favorite person in the world. And so I got this chair after she passed away, and I love to sit in it. I love to be in it. It just, it's that little reminder of her. And I cuddled up in it with the softest blanket imaginable wrapped around me and my hot tea, and just steeped in the gratitude of what I had been able to do that day, and just really felt it deeply. Like, I really did something incredible today. And I allowed myself to feel the worthiness of that. And I had the realization of, like, wow, I actually just feel worthy of sitting here and feeling this and just being in this blissful state. And not just because of what I had done earlier in the day, but just because I'm me and I'm worthy of it, type of thing. And that was, that was a mind blowing realization. That, as silly as that seems, it was just like, wow, I have truly, truly integrated this, you know, self-worth piece that I really do deserve to have this. And right as I was having this realization, my 13-year-old comes into the room and she's like, Mama, come, you need to come and see. And I'm like, no, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm just in bliss. I am so perfectly situated, and there's nothing that could make me move unless the house was on fire, you know? And so she ran and she took a picture of the sunset that was happening right in that moment. And it was the most divine picture I've ever seen. It was the most glorious sunset, just the big rays shooting out everywhere. And it was just like this divine confirmation of like, yeah, you are worthy of it. And it was just so beautiful. So I wanted to share that before I get into today. So that was yesterday. So today was, yeah, the intense, like I literally was calling myself the Energizer Bunny on crack. Like I could not stop. I was nonstop. I was just insanely lit up. And I couldn't believe it after the massive amount of energy that had shifted the day before. So um it was funny though, because all of the women, especially who had been affected by the energetic attack the day before and the day before that, um, you know, everybody else was sort of doing the normal, like, okay, we need some recovery time after this big thing. And I was like beyond even my full bore ahead kind of energy. So I had to rein it in a little bit and be like, oh, I need to give you guys a break. I need to let you slow down a little bit while I, you know, just work on other things. So that was also interesting. It was a matter of like, okay, I want to, you know, powerfully move these women forward, but at the same time, um, you know, learning to work with other people's energetic boundaries and what they're able to hold versus what I'm able to hold. And it's not even a comparison. It's just a, like, this is what it is. It's just the facts. It's just the way that it is. And allowing it to be that, right? Allowing it to be okay for me to be in fast mode and okay for them to be needing a little bit of a break. And so I called a sacred pause to the program and just said, like, we're taking a break. We're just, you know, all of you rest, catch up if you feel like you have the energy to work, you know, all of that kind of thing. And I'm just going to go do my own thing because I'm insanely energetic today. So it was really interesting, and I could not explain it really for the world how I could have been that energetic, that lit up, that on fire the next day after something like that, except for that I know my energetic boundaries, and I know what I need in order to fill my cup, and the fastest ways to fill my cup and to really get it to overflowing. And so I had done a lot of that, and I had really started my day out from that really, really strong point the day before where my cup was just overflowing, so that even though I drained it, I didn't drain it dry and I didn't burn out, right? And then I was able to go from not completely empty to then refilling my cup again in the evening, prioritizing myself and my energy, giving myself the space and the grace to do that, and to really get myself back to 100 and, 150% even, just really overflowing again before I went to bed for the night. And that it really set me up for that for the next day, for today. So I mean, I think it was just a really good lesson in, again, like, we're always exactly where we're meant to be, but also treating ourselves right based on where we're meant to be. So if I was meant to be expending this massive, overwhelming amount of energy the day before, then I was also meant to be slowing down and refilling that energy after. So yeah. And when I follow that balance, when I prioritize that balance and my rest and my health and my, whether it's mental, physical, whatever, like just prioritizing myself like that, um, that just sets me up for success, right? That sets me up for success. So that's, I guess, the message that I want to share. Like, the level of success that comes from slowing down and maintaining your energy and prioritizing yourself like that is really next level. So hopefully that's helpful to somebody today. um, but definitely still was feeling that like my success is inevitable. Everything feels amazing, all of that. And just everything has still been just a study in suspending disbelief. The fact that I could do what I did yesterday was, I had to completely suspend disbelief. I had to let go of all control in order for that to happen. And that is not easy to do. Not something that I can consistently maintain. And it is extremely, extremely powerful and moves mountains kind of energy. So I'm proud of it. I'm also still a little bit in awe of it. And the biggest thing that I'm really, truly proud of is not only that I could pull it off, but that I maintained the energy either side of it. So just that reminder to maintain your energy, no matter what it feels like you should be doing, no matter if it's like, that day I really didn't get any work done. I just couldn't, with all of the channeling in the morning, with the big energetic stuff in the afternoon. It was just like, there was zero work in me, and that was okay. And I was able to say, like, to my clients, like, and this is what's happening, and it is not going to be a working day today. And every single one of them understood. So yeah, so hopefully that message helps who it is meant to help. I hope that you are all continuing on strong in your suspending disbelief journey. And yeah, that's what I have for you today. So I will talk to you all tomorrow.